Hey all. So, I wanted to talk about being sad and depressed. As someone who's felt very unloved and more or less disliked by the Magiverse, as I call it now. I've had moments even today where it just hit me, And I'm sorry for the people who love me, who support me. But this isn't like relative love. This is something else. This is like love. This is aligned love. This is like life decision alignment love. This is and even though I know love and hate is all bullshit and everything's a delusion and everything's broken at the core, I still would like to be around people who I align with enough. I mean, whatever the natural order line is supposed to be, that's fine, it's like, but to walk around and, once every 10 years, if that 5 years, 10 years, fuck knows, 3 years, 2 years, and only getting one person come up to me and go, "Oh wow, you're so fine," or something like this. First of all, I don't really align with that kind of language, but it did make me wonder, maybe there's a chance here that there are people out here who actually do find me attractive enough or something like that. But I'm not quite sure what you all want from me to be like attractive. Like, is being attractive all about like being ghetto and being like buffed up and fucking hard ass and lying and deceiving people and going around being a prick basically and then leaving you on the first night? I mean, is that what society is now? Is it all about just being a fucking prick basically? Like, that's not how I see alignment. To me, alignment is like, well, I'll just be honest with you. The closest I've ever felt to being truly loved is in a psychedelic dream. I mean, seriously, like it's the most beautiful experiences I've had, and I'm going to be making a video on this. But just to kind of quickly go over it here, I'm going to be going over a lot of these dreams, but just having dreams where it's like takes control of your anatomy to that level. I've never met one person in my life who's ever been capable of magically, pleasurably healing me in that sense. Do you know what I mean? I'm not claiming that it's possible for humans to control people at that level, but where are the people who are like pro pleasure and pro, like, not to sound like crazy, but anatomically, like, where are the pro anatomical manipulators who do it for pleasure and healing and magic? Where are those people, man? What is the point being here on Earth? I mean, it's all broken. None of this is stupid. This whole system is stupid. Yeah. And my natural ordered self would like some pleasure with another person, would like some magic with another person, some healing with another person. And yet my whole life, I've never ever truly been asked for a number. People have just don't, it's like I'm non-existent. I'm not a catch, even though I'm basically a guy's dream. Like, I am the guy, or whatever you want to call me, the aspiring feminine guy, preferably, if I was ever to reach that level, who would be willing to give a lot of pleasure to you. Like, I would want to spend a lot of time writing in a diary, trying to figure out how I could please you. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, I find that I'm passionate about being someone's assistant, and I don't give a shit if this video is weird to people. I'm not fucking crazy. There are people like me out there. We're out there, man. Why the fuck do we watch films for and listen to music? It's like, oh, we listen to music, but it doesn't really, as long as it doesn't control our anatomy, which is not possible, I'll listen to it. No, we listen to music because it pleases us. It aligns with our anatomy, our life decision matrix, our whole being. whatever, our color, basically. That's what it is. That is actually what it is. It's color. But, it aligns with our color in whatever form that is, right? Internally, right? And then from there, we want to listen to it again because it affects us. So why not take that to connections as well? It baffles me. It's like people. It's like there's people in sheep world or something. Everybody's in sheep world, and there's no doorway to pro sex people and pro pleasure people. Even just where are the people who? Where's my person? Where's my naturally ordered person? I don't get it. Am I not publicizing myself enough? Is it stupid to be on this platform and just expect that someone's going to see this and then magically they're going to be my person or something? Maybe I'm being retarded. Maybe I need millions and millions of subscribers. Maybe I do need to actually go out and branch out. I mean, I already started doing it and I'm going to continue, but I'm going to start branching out, man, to get myself out there. But, it's just all the time you just get cyber people, cyber intimate people. The people just want to do it online. They don't actually want to meet you physically as a person, and actually have a proper connection with you. No, it's all this digital virtual shit, which I don't mind the digital and virtual shit. It's just that's not all I want with somebody, you know what I mean? I want to actually have I want to meet somebody in person and feel like they truly love me and they're truly aligned to me and they're not being deceptive in any I mean, obviously everything's love and hate, everything just being this is why I get scared saying what my views are, because people start running away because they think that I'm being stupid or retarded or something. But I really have refined my views, man, and a lot of you may or may not find out that my views are pretty fucking accurate, but that's up to you to decide whether or not my views are accurate. And if you don't, and you don't connect or align with me in any way, and you don't want to at all, then just fuck off, basically. I'm not interested. Get out of my way. Let me carry on with what I'm doing. I'm tired of being so alone, walking around and just nobody even. It's like nobody cares about anybody now. It's like only if you've got big tits and a big ass and you mope around like Nicki. I shouldn't say any names because I don't want to be offensive. But I'm not saying that they're particularly offensive in any way either. But if you don't run around like a fucking, I don't know. It's like you've got to look like sheep mentality and act like sheep mentality, you know what I mean, to get sheep mentality. Well, I'm not trying to get sheep mentality. I'm trying to get I'm trying to be someone's assistant in a magical, pleasurable, healing way. But I also want to be able to get my own magical, pleasurable healing out of it as well. Maybe I'm just the odd one out. If I do have a mental health condition, maybe this is an odd thing, to say no human on earth says anything like this, and I'm only the one person on earth who says something like this. I mean, maybe that's what's happened. Maybe the world's gotten that fucked up that me being pro pleasure basically is just not option anymore, and we're basically dissolving that, and eventually it's just going to be fucking a bunch of numbers in a machine, and that's all anyone's going to care about after. I mean, what the fuck? Sign me off. I'm done. If everything's about numbers on a fucking computer machine, I'm done, man. I'll take whatever I've got and I'll enjoy whatever I have, and then get the fuck out as quick as possible within my own limitations, comfortabilities and desires, and my own decisions. I don't like other people just making decisions for me either. I fucking hate that. When I'm not involved. Anyways, I mean, that actually depends. I mean, there's so many variables in this for shithole. Yeah. Being a pansexual person, I don't know, if I was me and I saw somebody like me who's oh, I'm a pansexual, I'm pro pleasure, and I look the way I do, I would be what? Sign me up. And it's not narcissistic or egotistic or anything like that. This is just this is what, I don't have to look all buffed up in all this to be an experience. I mean, I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't even know what to say. I just feel maybe I haven't publicized myself enough. because that was interesting. I walked out. I went to a hospital because one of my friend's relatives, one of my relatives, very close, girlfriend basically, had some issue with her foot, and had to go to hospital and shit like this. And then there's some random woman, white woman, no problem, white women or black women or any color, I don't care. Like she just said, "Wow, you're fine," because I was wearing whatever the fuck I was wearing. I don't know. Maybe it's because people haven't seen me stand up. Like if I too big for people or too. Is the mic still working? Is it like my looks? I mean, is there something about me? I mean, do I need to cut my hair and make it a certain way? Because if I had it my way, it'd be very different. I'd probably be wearing a wig and I'd have it dyed so that it has gradients of grey, black and white in it. I'd probably and I'm probably going to be doing this actually. This is actually going to be a thing. It's kind of giving away surprises here, so I probably should shut up, but... Grey eyeliner, grey lipstick, shiny grey, multicolored black, white, grey lipstick. We're wearing grey black stuff that's really hot looking and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to be doing on these videos eventually. So I just, I don't know, aspiring femboy by the way here, of some form, and like a psychedelic-y femboy, aspiring femboy. That doesn't mean psychedelics doesn't have to be like a big deal to it. It's just that I like the aesthetic of it, of course. I don't know what to do. I feel very alone, and it makes me a lot. I'm laughing because I laugh at how ludicrous it is. Years and years. I know some people never have anyone for their whole life, but I just can't understand why someone like me, doesn't have somebody already. Like I don't have like what the fuck? Is it my nose? Is there something wrong with my nose, my eyes? Is it my mind? Is it my thoughts? Because I'm very good at I'm the type of person who wants to figure out people's personality category, like if they're like somebody who likes authenticity, maintenance, differences, and so on and so forth. Of course, I need to feel like I'm connecting with them, so I have to align. And there's certain areas of people that I just don't really align with. I tend to align with. I mean, I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure, but. I mean, I'm sure, but I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I say it, I might jinx myself to get something better potentially. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I don't know the manual to life as such. It's more that issue. But I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. So psychedelic, dreamy people that are all about magical, pleasurable healing. But that doesn't mean it has to be like that necessarily. It's just, well, it does to some extent. See, this is what I mean. I don't want to jinx it because I don't know what natural order has in store for me because it's hard to read it. So, but it's somebody who aligns. To be honest with you, like I don't, even like I realized recently that I actually don't mind even thin-sized people either. Like I don't mind big people. I definitely don't mind medium people, and I definitely don't mind thin people. Like it's not like, do you know what I mean? I don't really like. It's not. It's just. I don't know. I'm young-minded, and I want my person. And I just don't know, It's always some bullshit problem with it. So not always, sometimes. Like either they're so far away or the money's bad at that period of time. But now it's fine. Now my money's fine. Or to some extent, right? Enough to make something happen. In previous times it was a lot harder and there was very little money, if any at all. So, I don't know. I actually don't know what to say. I don't know what the problem is. Is it? I don't know. I just think it's like I haven't publicized myself enough or something like that, or I don't know. Maybe everyone thinks I'm a fucking crazy lunatic and just haven't said it. They keep it to themselves or something like that. I don't know. I apologize that my looks in the past on my YouTube channel was fucking insane, but that was just that was that period of time, and my whole mindset was different then, so I was a different person then. I've grown more or less from that person, so I don't know. It's just so fucking unfair. I guess I'm just a bit weird looking or odd looking now. I'm looking at myself, but then I get people saying you're so fine and oh, I love you and everything, and it's like, but do you really? I mean, do we actually like do you want to have a connection with, like, do you align with me? Are we aligning here, or is this just, we're obviously aligning to some extent, maybe. She could be saying that because it's near Christmas. Like, she could just say, you know what, let's just tell this guy he's fine because he looks sad. Let's go tell people who are sad that they're fine, and that'll make them feel better. You know what, it does make us feel better, but at the same time, it's like, I'm also looking for my real people too, so I like it. I'm not against it, but I'm looking for my person, my real people. I mean, my aligned people. So I don't get it. It doesn't make, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense to me. None of this, like, if there was a switch that said no suffering to me or any other person and I could get out, I'd probably flick it right now, because I would actually flick it. I'm not, this is insufferable. This life thing is insufferable. That doesn't mean I'm going to end it in any other way necessarily. I don't feel like I need to do that. I just feel really like, when you're sitting around people and you just don't relate to any of them in any real, like deeply aligned way. It's like it's just people, and you're just being kind and considerate and helpful and listening to them and hearing them out the best you can, and they're hearing you out the best they can. But there's always this bullshit going on, but like conflict and stuff like this or whatever. Like, that's how my life generally is. It's just I'm sitting around a bunch of unalignment, more or less. Like it's really, and after a while, and then other things happen in life, like you don't have money and your career's just stagnant a bit, and just shit's just slow. It gets hard to be happy, to feel good or anything like that. I know I'm okay, so my self-esteem's not too bad, but it can fluctuate a little bit. My ego's, I'm not, like, I don't give a shit about, nobody wins, right? So it's not about that. To me, it's more about being new. So if other people are more newer than me, that can piss me off, but that's just because I want to be as new as I can be. So it's more like a quote unquote perfectionism in me than I'm so great and like, nobody's great. We're all fail. You can be as great, quote unquote, as Leonardo da Vinci, and you can be as shit as a piece of the simplicity, right? The worst, like the most unskilled piece of simplicity you could ever imagine, and you still be shit. Like, it doesn't matter where you're on the scale of shit. It's shit. I've been thinking maybe I should reduce if I have any standards. I don't know. I don't feel like my standards are that high. I'm pretty accepting of. In fact, I'm really the type of person, like, even if you don't align with me entirely, but I align with you enough, and align by that means that's a naturally ordered thing. I can't. I mean, I could say it doesn't. The level of alignment isn't necessarily important depending on what outcome it is wanted, right? If somebody really wants to be me to fully open up to them and be in a connection with them completely, or as complete enough as I can be within my limitations, comfortabilities and desires, then we have to align enough for that to happen, right? But I'm also the type of person who's like giving out pleasure to people, and of course if I get something out of it as well, but that, I mean, I don't have to do sometimes, but naturally you do anyways. That's the beauty of this. Is that, the pleasure goes both ways. But fuck, the screen started doing shit. The fuck, whatever, I don't even give a shit. So is that how he... anyways, right, that's my paranoia going off. But I'm the type of person who's like, hey, look, if we align enough, if you want to have some pleasurable time with me, we can do that, even on a frequent basis if you want, if we're close enough, if we're, it's all right. Like, I'm that type of person. And then, like, of course, if I get in a connection with someone, like a proper connection that isn't like just pleasure only, how should I put it? There's connections where you feel like you've aligned to someone that you feel like you love them more, like more love, if you want to call it that. And then there's connections where it's just you love them, you support them, and you want to give them a good time, and you want to get a good time out of it, right? There's difference there. I'm all for all of it. Of course, if I meet the person and that person is literally my person, and the only thing that would like that one thing is the only reason that they wouldn't be with me, maybe, I don't know, then I would probably cut that part off. Maybe I don't know. I'm kind of like a polyamorous type. I'm pansexual. I don't, I would even say polysexual, to be honest, but, I mean, I aspire to be a feminine guy, even though I know my voice may not be feminine, but it doesn't necessarily have to be completely feminine. It's just certain aspects of my mind is definitely not masculine. I don't sit there thinking about how to be a man at all. Not really. And to be honest, and I don't sit there thinking, I need to exercise and get muscles and be a fucking man. I'm a fucking man, and I'm whatever the man is. I don't even know what even a man is meant to mean. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even give a shit like that. To me, it's whoever I'm authentically, and whoever I am authentically is my submissiveness, my well, I should say my mechanical nature as well, my absorption. But I'm also dominant, but I wouldn't say I'm a super dominant. I don't think so. Depending on certain factors, but so I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know what it is you will want from me to make you want to be attracted to me or align with me. I mean, maybe that's not how I should look at it or something. Maybe I should just publicize myself and hope that some natural path is connected or something. So I don't know. I'm curious what people think, but yeah, I feel so fucking alone here. Like I don't. Yeah. So if you have questions, do ask. I will answer any questions, 18 plus, 21 plus, whatever, as long as it's not retarded, like obvious stuff that you wouldn't, like obvious stuff as in like stuff that's, you can ask questions about me, right? Obviously everyone has a line for their questions that they're going to answer, but mine are a lot more accepting, especially in the 21 plus region, if you know what I mean. So anyways, whatever. No one's going to watch this video, right? I'm just going to be another fucking loner to the end of time, right? A loner to the end of time, or whatever, my colors that get absorbed when I quote unquote die, even though we don't really die, we just basically get absorbed. And I mean, it's a complex process of dying, and there's so many factors that go into dying. Hopefully I don't die, but whatever. But yeah, I'm just kind of fucking sick of it all, really. Yeah. So bye everyone, and I hope that I don't want you all to know I don't care if you're good or evil. I love you, truly. I don't give a shit, because it's not your fault. It's no one's fault. In fact, it's not even the worstest thing's fault. It's just all broken, and that's all we have. That's it. It's all broken. That's it. Done. There's no fixing it. It's always going to be broken. It's a cycle of brokenness. And only somebody like me would get that. Nobody else in this fucking universe, Magiverse, would get that, because they don't go this. I am a rare fuck. That's what I am. I am a rare motherfucker. That's what I am. Anyways, see you in the next video.